Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to another AbyssMan Talks, and I feel like I am due for a second part of all this FTC and COPPA stuff, and I think, and don't get me wrong, I think could be bad. Things could be bad. I am not going to lie. Things could be very much bad, but I don't think I'll stop. I'm going to stop YouTubing. The reason for that is because through all my panic, I wanted to get more information. I wanted to know how I could be safe. I wanted to know whether I was already safe. And after looking at a bunch of YouTube channels, and other YouTube videos that actually discerned what the RTC was doing and how COPPA actually worked, I feel like a whole lot of us actually, a whole lot of YouTubers, even the people, all of the people who are freaking out right now, I feel like we are going to be safe. I know I'm being pretty controversial with the fact that that YouTube as a platform is going to be safe. Now then, the reason for this, and this is just simply of my opinion, I could still be wrong, but and I did learn this from YouTube channels, other YouTube channels, and they did say too that they are not my lawyer, they are not anything like that. They are just simply stating out the facts, and they are experienced with this kind of business. So the real reason why COPPA and the FTC is being slammed down on YouTube is the fact that YouTube and Google, or I'm not sure which of the two, have been taking in kids' data. So that's what COPPA usually is meant for, Child's Online Protection Act. So it keeps from kids its data, and I call kids the 13 and under, I believe, or 12 and under, or was it? I I need to refresh that part of my mind, but basically, kids, I'm going to say 13 and under, just for the safe side, are having their data saved, and that is not inherently a bad thing. The problem is that YouTube, uh, YouTube, Google, whoever, well, actually no, I guess it'll be YouTube in this situation. YouTube has not been asking permission, has been getting the consent of the parents to save their children's data. That is the main problem. So, YouTube has been collecting data of children without consent, without giving parents any consent or notice. They are not taking proper procedures. Now then, and this this is this is affecting us due to the fact this is going to affect content creators due to the fact that hold on, I'm trying to search for the words. I know it's very unprofessional of me, but I felt like it was very much time for me to do something like this. So basically, if I had to put it simply, YouTube is, well, the FTC. There is a chance that, now then, you know what? I'm going to restart what I was saying. Basically, the FTC, he let out a note that YouTube needs to change its ways, and seeing YouTube probably not changing, it's probably going to get a hit again. I'm not gonna lie, but the FTC is a corporation that isn't going to target some small time. He is going to be looking for the big stars. People is going to look at the channels that actually can take the $42,000 fine. Now then, do not get me wrong. $42,000 is the maximum that they can place on a person or corporation. They can still target us. Not for 42 grand, but maybe for a lesser sum. And this is the FTC that we also have to think that we're dealing with. We are not dealing with a cold YouTube bot that is prone to mistakes, I guess you could say. Yeah. We are actually dealing with live people. And in our media, I don't think that it's highly impossible to think that some of these people who might be reviewing our content might actually know about other things we're doing. They know that we might not actually be targeting kids. And I think that's what is also scaring a lot of YouTubers. It's the fact that the COPPA ruling is extremely vague. That is what's scaring a lot of people. And I also feel like it's also scaring people due to the fact that it was created like in 1990s, 1998, 1999. And that's kind of year. Where the phrasing of some of the words that they use to express what is pop culture, I feel like that's where a lot of YouTubers are very much worried because there's a whole lot of umbrella terminology in there that makes us worried. Like we say one word wrong, and then it's just going to hit us as like a freight truck goon in an anime. So now then, I feel like we need to calm down and take in the facts. However, that also doesn't mean that we should necessarily give the middle finger to the FTC and COPPA and say, oh, right, whatever, you guys are probably not going to sue me. They can and they might. We should still take them absolutely seriously. Because they are funded by the government. Well, not exactly funded by the government. It's I've just let's just be we need to just simply make sure that we're taking them seriously, but we don't need to be afraid. Now then, there are certain people who should be afraid, and those people are the people who are people on YouTube who are either collecting the cookies that children are leaving for themselves, or are plainly advertising to kids that they are targeting kids. That's basically the main thing here. The FTC is going to target the people who are targeting kids specifically. Now then, will some of us feel like some of the people they target is unjust? Of course. I mean, I believe like Baby Shark, the Baby Shark son, has been hit pretty hard, and I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree about that. And yeah, but basically, I think I'm just going to round this video. Oh, actually, I'm not going to round the video out just yet, but I just want to say it is not our fault. Well, it's not our initial fault that the FTC is coming down with COPPA. YouTube did it to itself. Because from what I gathered, YouTube has been sharing PowerPoint information that they are one of the kid-friendliest channels ever. And apparently, because of that information, the groups that complained about YouTube finally did so. Because those groups was kind of thought, wait a minute, YouTube has a lot of data about kids. FT can, and I think it was initially appealed to the High Courts or Court of Justice. Yeah, that's what it's called, Court of Justice. But I don't think that I got around to it due to a whole lot of drama that's also happening. But yeah, and so it's not our fault. YouTube and Google has itself to blame here. And while they did have to pay the 1 million, 100 million, I guess is the bad word. I feel like it's definitely something that it's not our fault. Yeah, it's definitely not our fault. Anyways, I'm going to round this video out and saying that we should stay calm and we shouldn't be ready to hit the delete YouTube channel switch. I don't feel like we should uh, go and hit that 4 kids. Oh, actually, one more thing. The 4 kids thing has actually been a work in the progress. It's actually not a. This is actually not something that the FTC requires 4 kids requirements. This is actually something that's been happening for in YouTube for a while now because apparently there are a lot of pedophiles and other creeps out there that are using children or are targeting children. So the reason why it's 4 kids, the 4 kids option has just been added is because they want to slim down even the smallest amount of people who are trying to do stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I think I got everything I needed to say. We should. So I'm just going to repeat the primary stuff for the video. We shouldn't. Small YouTubers, actually, even the people who are like up to 500,000, up to a million. You, well, okay, million might be a bit, but people like us who only have like a couple 100,000, and people, if you're a small YouTuber like me who only has a total of 3 so far, you don't have to worry about that because look at the if you actually look at COPPA, you actually can find out how to avoid being targeted because as one of the main things about COPPA is that you need to be making money off this, and another thing is that you need to actually be collecting the data. So far, I don't think many of the YouTubers who I'm actually concerned about have been doing that. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm now I'm worried that people that I do watch are going to react to this extremely and will do something heavy. Do something that their fans that are not going to like. Such as just simply stop YouTubing altogether, which I sincerely hope that it's not going to be the case. Anyways, YouTube is going to be fine. This is not the apocalypse. This is not. Honestly, if anything, we need to worry about is the fact that YouTube might end up wrecking itself with its AI, and the fact that they're trying to go digital on us. It's not going to work, but let's just hope that they can and they develop a brain fast enough. Sorry, YouTube. But anyways, that is all I have to say. I'm glad that I could talk to you guys about it, even though it's probably one hell of a mess as of things that you guys need. But yeah, stay calm, stay focused, and remember, I'm still going to leave the description in the description for the change.org petition, and I'm also going to leave in the description the FTC regulations.gov link as well, because I still feel like a lot of you still need to have your opinions heard, because this is a rare opportunity. Like, just go in and say it's something like, I feel like, well, anyways, actually, at this point, mm, look, I'm just going to set the links up down below and just going to, you know what, keep doing my thing. And I hope that a lot of other people are going to keep doing their things. Because for some of us who are, I mean, if you're really that worried, if you're really that worried over it, then I want to give you two suggestions. I want you to open up your YouTube your channel, go to the analytics, and I believe that you can actually, I believe like in the channel analytics audience, you can actually, yeah, you can actually figure out in the audience section of analytics what is your who are your main age ratings. Because I feel like with that, people are finally going to figure out who's what. If you have a high percentage of kids, well, sorry to hear that. But if you don't, I feel like you're gonna be fine. And just like to add in the fact, one more thing. I know, I'm sorry, but if you go into your settings, if you in your YouTube studio and you go to your settings, go to your channel, go to the channel button, hit advanced settings, and scroll down, you can disable interest-based ads. This basically it says is that you won't be able to get ads based off a person's background or the data that they have harvested and profiled. And that is like the problem. YouTube has not stopped using interest-based ads because the interest-based ads are basically they need to be defined better as the personal information that they have harvested to make sure that they're targeting ads for kids. So just go down to the advertisements and advanced settings on the channel in the settings and click that button to disable interest-based ads, and yeah, well, it would remove a lot of monetization, and because of the fact that you're not receiving ads, I think that way you will end up being safer. At least that's what I have managed to find out for myself. I mean, I am not monetized yet, so I can't even figure out what's the difference between having interest-based ads or not. So yeah, but I feel like by disabling interest-based ads, even if you're a general audience channel who probably have like a over 90% 14 and older audience, as long as I think you'll be fine. I feel like we are going to be safe. Anyways, I know this has been one rambly video with me making a hell of a lot of mistakes, probably contradicting myself a few thousand times, but we're gonna be fine. Anyways, links to the two places that will be down in the description below, and finally, like, comment, and subscribe, because it's you guys and gals that make this channel live. YouTube's not dead, folks. We're still there. And please, answer to the question of the day.